Okay, so about an hour ago, here at the Lynnwood pool, at that door, I was harassed by somebody who worked here, a staff member. And first they harassed the guy across the way because he thought that I was over there. Then he came over here once that confusion cleared up, and he started banging on the door, harassing me and saying that I need to pay for my shower, even though there's no posted signage anywhere. There's nothing. The guy left, even though I told him I was using the restroom. He left, came back with keys, and he tried to force that door open. And I had to come over here and hold this while I was indecent. And he was trying to open the door and force entry. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So even though I tried to de-escalate and I tried to calm him down, tell him what I was doing, he didn't believe me, said I was stealing a shower, even though there's no rule saying I can't use a shower. I was using the shower, I don't care. I just came over here to use a shower, whatever. I've done it many times before in the past, never had any issues, no one's ever stopped me, ever talked to me about it, nothing. And this guy comes out of nowhere and he just starts trying to gain entry while I'm indecent, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He's insane. So he leaves. Oh, he threatened the police on me. Says, hey, I'm gonna call the police if you don't leave. And I'm like, I'm using the bathroom, dude. And I really was. I was using the bathroom. And I told him I'd file a police report right back with him because of what he just did. And then he left and probably went to go talk to his coworkers or whatever. And he came back and he was like, well, we got your picture. Next time you do it, we're gonna call the police. So anyways, I did some research. I took a shower. I enjoyed my time. But it turns out I'm going to be filing a complaint with the city because I told the guy right out in his face through the door while I was holding it locked. I was like, this is unacceptable, dude. You can't be doing this. Completely unacceptable. Basically talking down to him, like a child. And then eventually he was like, oh, something clicked, but he's still just being aggressive, but he backed off. And his coworkers probably told him what he did was wrong and said, you can't do that, dude. I'm like, that's illegal. It's voyeurism. That's not okay. And I feel violated without even letting him see me. I still feel violated. I feel like he was trying to see me indecent, using this, you gotta pay for a shower excuse just to see someone naked. I don't know this person. I have no idea what he looks like. I'm about to go out there and we're gonna find out who this person is. I don't know if they're gonna give it to me, but I am gonna file a complaint. I thought maybe I'd file a police report, but I don't know, it's a little too much, maybe, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's do this. Let's see if I can flip this around. Whatever. Hi. So I need the person's name who tried to gain entry to the bathroom while I was in it.
Well, we need you to pay when you come in.
That's fine. I just still need this person's name.
Okay, well, do you want to pay? We need to pay for today.
Well, you know what? There's no signage saying anything otherwise, and we're not going to have this conversation any further. So I'd like to have that person's name. You're being recorded.
To use the facility. You were in the bathroom for over an hour, so
It's
you need to pay to use the
11:57.
facility for today.
Well, when you have signage that says I need to, then I will.
We are not a free facility. You can have a copy of the price list on the wall.
If you'd like, you can call the police, and we can. You want to escalate this?
For today.
You want to escalate this?
We can, sure.
Yeah, because right now you guys violated, and you guys are being charged with voyeurism.
Scarlett, all the way to the bottom.
Trying to gain access to a bathroom when someone's indecent is illegal.
It's 1900-44.
You're going to go all the way to the top. Starting with
We have a customer here who's snuck into the facility and refused our
I'm Steve.
Just talk to me.
I'm her manager, so I'd like to talk to you.
Sure.
What can I do for you?
Somebody tried to gain access in the bathroom while I was indecent.
Did you pay when you came in the facility?
What you guys did first is a crime. I'm sorry what you think. You can't use something else as a catalyst to commit another crime.
I'm asking you, did you pay to come in and use our facility?
Was there signage?
Yep.
There was no signage.
Every time you've come in this facility, we ask you, you have to pay to come into this facility.
I didn't see any signage. I've never had any issues before.
Every time you've come in, our staff has asked you to pay because it.
I've never talked to anyone.
She has talked to you multiple times, sir.
I've never talked to that lady in my life.
Anyway, what I'd like you to know is if you're going to come in and use our facilities to take showers, you are more than welcome. Come in, sit here, and watch. There's
Doesn't
no
seem like
charge
I'm
for
welcome.
that.
She's on the phone with the police right now. I don't feel welcome.
If you want to use our facilities, take showers, use the hot tub, any of those things, those are services we provide, and it's $7.50 each time you come in, or you can buy a pass, and we'll be more than happy to sell it to you.
Okay. I was under the impression that in order to use the showers, you would have to buy a swimming pass, which I had no intentions of swimming.
Just coming in, our daily facility access is $7.50.
Okay.
And you get to choose as far as the schedule goes, as long as it follows with the schedule. If you want to take a shower, if you want to sit in the hot tub, if you want to use the pool, again, along with the where it fits in with the schedule, or you can use the weight room, things like that. But it does cost $7.50 to use our facilities. You're welcome always.
I tried to research and see if there was anything specific on showers only, and there was nothing.
There isn't. You're right. We don't have that option any longer. There used to be a shower,
Well,
but we
I
don't
was
have
not
that
aware.
anymore.
Okay,
My
but
staff-
trying to gain access to a bathroom while I'm indecent is
And we
not
have
okay.
restrooms right over here. You can use the bathroom.
Okay.
When you use our locker facilities and you take a shower, that costs money.
Okay.
Just letting you know
Well,
that.
now I know.
Okay.
But there needs to be signage for other people, not just me. You can't just assume everybody is telepathic and knows these things.
Okay.
So?
For you, the next time you come in, if you wouldn't mind paying my staff $7.50 if you're going to use our facilities, that would be really nice.
I have nothing against it.
Okay, great.
Cool. But I still would like to have that person's name. Okay? Because it really got out of hand really fast. And not only did they disturb me, but they disturbed the person across the way. Innocent bystander didn't know what was going on. Okay? It's unacceptable.
Well, I'll give you my card, and you can reference me. if
Why are you
would like.
protecting this person?
Because they're my employee, and I asked them to try and get a hold of you.
Don't you think that was a little aggressive?
To ask someone to pay for our facilities?
But to gain access, what if I was completely naked?
They weren't trying to come in. They were trying to get you to pay. That's what they
He
were trying
wasn't
to
talking anymore. I was trying to talk to him while I was holding the deadbolt still. And as soon as he realized that the deadbolt was not moving is when he began talking to me again. So had I not done that and let him just gain access, he could have potentially seen me naked. Okay. And you could brush it off, like it's not a big deal. You might be like, okay, he's not going to do anything about it. I might not file a police report. I might not take it that much. I'm not going to take it to that level. But I do need to know this person's name. You know, because it's criminal. It's voyeurism. I did a little research in the bathroom. You know, like I have a full complaint ready to go. I just got to put the date on it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you my card.
I'll take your card, but I also want that person's name.
You can just reference City of Lynnwood staff member as directed by my name.
Okay. And what's wrong with me not getting the other person's name? Was it this individual at the end? It sounded like a male.
I'm just going to go with, you can refer to him as a Lynnwood staff member as directed by
So you're going to refuse me the information. That's all I want to know. You refuse to give me the information?
I don't think that's appropriate in this situation.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you can just say a male staff member as directed by the Lynnwood Recreation Center customer service manager.
Okay.
Okay. I don't even know your name.
It's Bryce.
Bryce? Okay, great. So Bryce, when you do come in next time and you do want to take a shower or use any of our facilities, if you wouldn't mind, just please pay and then we can go from there, okay? Okay.
I'm still going to file a complaint.
That's fine. That's your prerogative.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not going to push this any further. You'll be hearing from whoever's above you then. Okay?
Have a good day. Good luck.
This is what happens when you deal with government facilities. They protect each other. I couldn't even get the guy's name. I almost feel like it was 100%. I think it was 100%. That black guy at the end. Not trying to be racist or anything. But he looked pretty guilty. He looked guilty and he was very quiet. He didn't say a word. So, if I had to place any kind of bets, I would believe it was that. The black guy with the red hat. I might have got a video of him, but I can't get his name. But, yeah. Government facilities. No accountability. Nothing. Unreal. Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to be filing a complaint.